e-commerce market is expanding rapidly. The country is among the top 3 of the fastest growing internet markets in the world. Last year, internet usage surged by 41%. As more and more people are getting online, companies are hoping to sell them everything, from air tickets to clothes to insurance. But is this sector growing too fast, and is there a risk that it's a bubble waiting to burst? Shilpa Kannan investigates.
Lights come on and the cameras click away. Tunics and jewelry are all being snapped. But it's not just another fashion shoot. Photos are uploaded within minutes to be seen by millions of online customers across the country. This is the new world of e-commerce in India. Jabong is just one of the latest companies to enter the market. Selling over 50,000 products from shoes to cutlery, the company says the Indian market is promising, especially in small towns where more than half of all online sales comes from.
Structurally, it is more attractive because we have a large youth population, growing aspirations, a large country where we don't have a very high penetration of malls and so on. So this subset wants those brands, and they obviously have the internet and they can access these brands. So that is one piece which is attractive to us.
Buying items at the click of a button. Increasingly, Indian shoppers can access websites through their mobile phones too. So while there are only about 10 million active online shoppers right now, the industry estimates that they can access at least 100 million more consumers who are just waiting to spend their money over the web. But getting to those consumers is not going to be easy. Poor infrastructure and logistics means that companies have to spend money on warehouses and delivery chains. And with low internet penetration, attracting new customers can be expensive. So the country's $10 billion e-commerce market is driven mainly by big discounts and free deliveries. A model that might not be sustainable, says the boss of India Plaza, the country's first e-commerce site.
So far, over the last 2-3 years, all the investors who have come in and invested significantly and heavily in e-commerce companies, new e-commerce companies, have asked for sales, have asked for top-line growth, and have ignored profits. And I think suddenly they're beginning to realize that their money, they may not get good returns on it. So now they're suddenly going to the entrepreneur and says, okay, now we've got the sales, show me profits. And unfortunately, most e-commerce companies in India have gone down the path of building warehouses or putting a lot of people, carrying inventory. The key to survive and build a business in e-commerce in India is to make sure that you keep costs low. And I think that's the reason we've survived.
With organized retail accounting for less than 5% of the market, e-commerce is leapfrogging across the country, especially in towns that lack supermarkets or shopping malls. As incomes improve and more young people get online to buy, the brands they aspire to own is increasingly just a click away. But for companies, making big profits may take longer than they hoped.
Well, that's the end of this week's program, but do tune in again next week.